Hi there, it's March 27th, and in our journey through Torah, we are continuing in the book of Deuteronomy, the fifth book of Torah, which the Jews call Devarim, meaning words, which refers to the words spoken by Moses to Israel. And we come to chapter 7 and 8. In chapter 7, the Lord is, through Moses, is telling the people not to have any covenant relationship with the people of the land that they're going into. In fact, he calls on them to be destroyed. They're not to form marriages, they're not to worship their gods, they're not to become integrated with them. Because it says if they do, these people will draw them away from God and they will stop worshipping him. And God reminds them of the special people that they are, of the sealed people, the people of the seal that they are to him. And then in chapter 8, God speaks about the plenty of the land that they're coming into. It's a land with so many good things, with wheat and barley and olives and vines, all there for them, waiting for their inheritance. But the Lord is very mindful that when people get into material plenty, they forsake the one who has given them that plenty. It's interesting that in verse 3 of chapter 8 of Deuteronomy comes the verse that Jesus speaks back to the devil during his temptations in the wilderness, when he says, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes out of the mouth of God." And in this context, in Deuteronomy 8, God is saying to his people, look, just because you've got plenty to eat, that isn't really the key to your life. That isn't the thing that will give you purpose and vision in life. It's only my words that will sustain you. And God is telling them that they need to keep in mind his promises. They need to keep in mind his covenant. Later on in the chapter in Deuteronomy 8, the Lord says that you may become rich, you may become well off, you may be at ease, and then there's a danger that you will forget the Lord your God. We know, of course, that this is a huge issue even for us, particularly in a very materialistic society. It's so easy to allow our material well-being and our bodily well-being to cause us to relax and to step back from our following hard after Jesus and making him the priority. So we remind ourselves again today that we don't live by bread alone. We do not live just from material things, but by every word, and particularly the living word, Jesus, that proceeds from the mouth of God. Have a very good March 27th.